Hello everyone, I'm gonna show you how to install Kart Wii v3 on Dolphin. Since v3 changed a lot of stuff, including the way it's being installed, especially on Dolphin, people have been having trouble with v3, and therefore I'm going to make this tutorial now. So we're gonna start by preparing Dolphin. The first thing we wanna do is update the NAND, especially when you don't have a NAND imported like I do right now. Click on Tools, perform online system update, and select the region of choice. Usually Europe is the best one. This usually takes a few seconds, but shouldn't take longer than a minute. After that, we want to download Kart Wii. Use any link from here. This website is going to be linked in the description. I usually take this because for me it's the fastest, but depending on where you live, one may be slower or faster, so try any link out. This will take a while. I already have it downloaded, so I can go right into extracting it. Before we extract Kart Wii, we still need to tell Dolphin where our games are located. This varies depending on where you copied your ROMs to. I have mine on my F drive. It is normal that these games do not have a cover if you don't have an NAND imported. Right-click the Kart Wii installation that you want to use for Kart Wii and set it as the default ISO. This is basically what we need to do for Dolphin. To do that, we first want to unpack the SD card just to make sure that we are not losing any data. Especially if you play Retro Rewind, there seems to be an issue with the VR being saved on to the SD card. It is unknown why this happens, but if you skip this step, your VR will be reset if you play Retro Rewind again. So, to not have this happen, click Unpack SD card now. If you get conversion failed like I do right now, this means that you don't have an SD card yet. This is fine. To double check, you can go to File, Open User folder, and go into the Load folder. If you don't see a WSD.RAW file, then you're safe to continue. If you still get the conversion failed error, even if you have this SD card image file, restart Dolphin, and if you still have this issue, restart your entire computer. Since we're already here, we can go into the WSD sync folder. Snap this to the right. Right-click your Downloads folder and open it in a new window, and snap it to the left. Go into the v3 zip, drag everything that is in here, and drop it into your WSD sync folder. This may take a few minutes, especially since IKV is pretty big, it's over 10 gigs. So depending on the speed of your computer and especially your drive, this may take a few minutes. Once the installation is done, we want to copy this file to where your games are located. Again, for me this is the F drive. For you it's likely something else. I already have the file, so I'm going to replace it. Then you need to go to your Dolphin folder again, Dolphin application I mean, and set the SD card size to 16 or 32 gigs. 16 is the absolute minimum you need. When you set the size to 16 gigs, pack the SD card now. This may take a few minutes. If you again get conversion failed as an error, try restarting Dolphin or your computer if this persists. If this still persists after restarting, you may need to change the SD card path. When the small message window disappears, this means the SD card has been successfully packed. Now we can also delete the files from the WSD sync folder as they are unnecessary now. Now we need to locate the IKW launcher WAD. Usually it's at the top. If you can't find it, try to restart Dolphin. Sometimes Dolphin does not refresh it automatically. Double click it. You'll see it load. Accept the terms of condition. And you'll see it loading right up. Once we are in game, you will notice that your controller inputs will be unresponsive when you're trying to play on a Wii Remote. This is due to a bug with Dolphin or an incompatibility. To fix this, go on Controllers and disable the Wii Remote and re-enable it. Now it should work again. A better solution would be, if you're using a controller that is not a Wii Remote, configure it as a GameCube controller, as it usually makes more sense to use GameCube inputs on a non-Wii Remote controller. If you don't care about my stuff, this is what you need to do. I'll show you how to add files through my stuff now, as this is a little bit tricky and varies depending on your OS. First I'm going to start with Windows. Unfortunately, you cannot access the SD card while playing Insane Kart Wii, so you need to close Insane Kart Wii before you can do anything. Additionally, on Windows you will need a separate tool. For this I'm going to showcase OSFMount, since it's one of the easier and most stable tools. You can download it right in the description, and it's installed pretty quickly. This is what the tool looks like. Now we need to find the SD card image again. This can easily be done in Dolphin, if my taskbar would respond. We go to config again, to Wii, and now we want to copy the entire path of the SD card minus the Wii SD.RAW part. Now we go back to OSFMount, click on Mount New, go into the three dots, click on the bar where there's no text, paste, and double click the SD.RAW. Go to Next, Next again, and uncheck Read-Only Drive. It may take a few seconds. I noticed especially on Windows 11 it takes a few seconds longer. I'm unsure why this happens, but it will work. To access the drive, double click it here, and now you see it as a virtual SD card. Go into the IKEV3 folder, and now you can add my stuff files as usual. Before you start Insane Kart Wii in Dolphin again, be sure to unmount it, otherwise Dolphin will either give you an error or will just crash. To do that, select the drive, dismount. It may give you a warning, like this one. Just click yes, and the drive should be unmounted. To mount your virtual SD card on macOS, you will need to use Terminal. For that, use Spotlight and search for Terminal. We need to paste this command in. It's found in the video description as well. Replace the path variable with this path, found in config Wii again. This is your SD card's path, and it needs to be put in quotations, as seen on the screen. Press enter, and as you can see, the drive is mounted. Go into the IKEV3 folder, and like any other pack, you can drop files into your My Stuff here. Playing online on Dolphin is also no problem, even if you don't have a NAND imported. If you found this tutorial helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps this project massively, and maybe we see ourselves in a lobby.